Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got some interesting stuff. And as you can see, we are starting this video with this pretty good quality footage of Sam Sulek posing at the show that he just ended up winning. That's right, he won the overall. We're gonna talk about how good his conditioning and his peak for this show was. We're gonna talk about how well his presentation and posing were, and also whether he deserved this victory or it was just given to him because of his name. So, like I said in my previous video, that short video from yesterday, he actually looked better than I expected him to look, to be honest. Like, as a competitor, he looked pretty complete, pretty polished. I thought he was going to be worse. There are flaws, for sure. We can pick this physique apart, but he looked better than I thought he was going to look. So I was definitely positively surprised. Conditioning, once again, it was pretty good. Some parts of his body were completely shredded, and the other parts were not exactly dry enough, especially like his glutes. And that's probably why he wore these long trunks. He was hiding his glutes that were probably, you can see basically at the edges that his glutes were holding some fat for sure. His quads, I don't know if this was a posing thing, but they just had no separation, none whatsoever basically. You can see a little bit of a separation in his medialis and a little bit of his outer sweep and a little bit of rectus femoris, but just a tiny little bit. There were no separation in his legs. In my opinion, this probably was partly a posing issue, but more so it was simply the lack of development and the maturity of the muscle. And I was worried about what his legs were going to look like. I know that he wasn't really training them super hard for a while because he didn't want his glutes to grow, and he was just focusing on like leg extensions and sissy squats, and I thought that was a mistake. I mean, to just look good in the gym or in a man's physique category, that's fine, but for bodybuilding, for classic physique, you gotta have huge legs. And you won't get huge legs with leg extensions and sissy squats. Like, you have to squat, man. You have to squat deep and heavy on a Smith machine, front squats, whatever, but a squat variation, in my opinion, really does something different to your legs. There are some good machines that can replace squats if you don't like the squats. For example, pendulum squat or power squat, I believe, is also pretty good. Even hack squats can be decent. Not like regular squats, but hack squats are pretty good. Leg press as well. That's what you need to do in order to have complete and well-developed legs from all the angles. And I'm a big proponent of squats, just regular squats on a Smith machine or with a bar. I think they are by far the best exercise for legs, and I've seen Sam doing those kind of hardcore trainings lately, but there was that one period where he wasn't really doing that. It was a long period, and I think he lost an opportunity to grow his legs to his maximum potential. Now, as far as the separation, was it a posing thing? Like I said, a little bit. When he locks the knees and really flexes the leg, new separation, new details are definitely coming out. I also think he doesn't have the connection with his rectus femoris here. I'm sure if he knew how to flex it, it would also show a couple of new details on the quad. You're not supposed to just lock the knee and flex the quad. You need to push the ground with your heel, towards the audience, and that way all your details are gonna pop out, and I don't think Sam is doing that. So yeah, the legs could definitely be bigger, thicker from the side, from the front, the glutes as well. If he wasn't avoiding training his glutes directly, he would have probably had easier time to get them shredded, right? I've seen this happen so many times. When a guy has a problem with, like, let's say, losing the water weight and the fat from the midsection, they actually train their abs more often and it changes. Same thing with the lower back. And of course, with the glutes, for sure. I've done this so many times. Basically, the last couple of weeks before the show, I would just train my glutes a little bit more and new details would definitely come out. I think it definitely helps. I don't believe in that flexing the glutes when you're doing the stair mill. But doing some hip thrusts or kickbacks can definitely be beneficial, or simply just doing the deep squats, deep lunges, Bulgarian split squats. That's gonna definitely develop your glutes, and they're gonna actually look harder and more conditioned on the stage. So that was probably Sam's biggest issue. His glutes were soft and his quads had no separation. But his lower back, man, his lower back is freaking shredded. I don't know what is he doing for his lower back. If you guys follow him, please tell me, how is he training the lower back? Like, is he doing a lot of hyperextensions or deadlifts? I don't think he's doing any deadlifts. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe his erectors are simply his genetically very strong body part, and that's why they're looking like this. But like, yeah, lower back, super dry, glutes. Like, you can see the difference between his erectors and his upper glutes. A lot of fat, a lot of water in that area, and none in the lower back. So I'm sure that's a training thing. So now that I'm done criticizing him, let's actually take a look at what was good about Sam Sulek on this stage, at this show. And, like, for example, his twisted back shot was pretty damn near perfect. I mean, he really does this pose really well. It cannot be a complete pose unless you have the glutes. You need to show some striations in the glutes, but still, like, the way he's hitting it, the way he's doing it, very good, especially for the first show. So like I said, we can break down his physique and find the flaws. Like, in this shot, you can see that like his chest should be a little bit fuller. It's kind of shallow compared to his shoulders. And there are many details like that, but overall, guys, for the first show ever, considering that he prepped himself for this show and that he's only 22 years old, this is actually very, very good. For some reason, I've seen a whole bunch of comments in my previous video about Sam, people comparing myself to him. Some of you guys are saying that I'm salty, apparently, because Sam looked good. I don't know how did you get that idea, but if you're gonna compare him to myself, as of right now, statistically, still, I am a level above. In a pro qualifier Bona Classic, which was a pretty good show, I placed second. So if Sam does a pro qualifier and places first in his division, at least, doesn't win a pro card but wins his class, then he's officially better than me. Or if he places, let's say, second, like myself, but at the Arnold Classic, which is definitely a more competitive show than William Bona Classic, I'll give it to him. In that case, he will be a better bodybuilder than me. As of right now, I don't know. I also had some glute separation and hamstring separation. Plus, I'm a lot taller, I'm 6'2", so I don't know, guys. I got some things going on for me, and Sam has a couple of things going on for him, but I'm not trying to compare myself to Sam and be the point of this video. I'm only doing this to address your comments from my past video. I am not a pro yet, but I can get shredded, I can get lean, and if you guys happen to be looking for a coach, somebody to help you get in this kind of condition, my monthly fee is not very expensive, and I'm always available for you guys as well. So if you need that kind of a help, and also, guys, I think if Sam did my peak week protocol, I think he would look so much better, man. I'm definitely not one of those guys who are like, just get shredded and, look good 2 weeks out and then just walk out on the stage the way you look. No. If you do a good peak week, a really good peak week can transform your physique in that last week, you can get like 30% better. If you really dry out nicely and you fill out maximally, it can definitely peak your physique and get it to a level that you haven't seen before during the prep. That's what I believe in. Actually, that's what I know because I'm seeing it frequently with my physique and with my clients. So again, guys, if you need coaching, DM me. And if Sam is watching this, man, I would love to do a peak week for him for the Arnold Classic. I am sure he could look much better, at least like 30% better. But I know he's not watching my videos and he probably wants to do this whole thing by himself. Good luck to him. I don't want to criticize him too much. I also want to praise basically his physique and the job he's done for this show. It was actually phenomenal. He looked good. He ended up winning. Now, let's talk about whether he actually deserved to win this show or was it in fact a gift only because of his name. Look, guys, if this victory was in fact a gift, it would make so much sense business-wise to promote the NPC, the IFBB Pro League, and also the Arnold Classic. It would just make so much sense if that was the case. Before we actually jump to conclusions, let's take a look at the comparison from his class, where he won before he went to the overall. I think he's definitely here top 2. I think the two guys on the left are definitely a level above Sam, but the guy on the right, the bald guy, he actually looked pretty polished. Like, look at his back, look at the details, the dryness, look at the glutes, conditioning. He probably doesn't have the aesthetics that Sam does have, but I would say he's very conditioned as well, but his legs are down in size compared to his upper body symmetry and lines and like the overall balance of the physique is just not that good. I think Sam absolutely deserved to win his class right here. Now, as far as the overall, I don't know how, but the guy that was second in Sam's class ended up in the overall as well. Maybe there were only 2 classes at this show and they actually took the top 2 from Sam's class, and that's why. I don't know why this guy's here. If you guys have any idea, let me know down below in the comment section. But as far as these 2 guys, actually the other guy, we already compared Sam to the first guy, to the bald guy. I think he's better, not bigger, not more conditioned, but definitely more classic. And the guy in the middle, no, he's definitely not better than Sam. So Sam, for sure, deserved the victory here. The competition was not tough at all. It was definitely an easy win. And you guys need to remember that this is not a pro qualifier. This is just a low-level amateur show. And yeah, Sam deserved to win this one. It wasn't that tough to win this show, but he won it, and he earned the qualification for the Arnold Classic, which is amazing. We'll actually see him compared to some better competitors. Hopefully, he will learn from his mistakes in this show and improve on those things. Like with legs, what I told you guys, I hope somebody will actually pull Sam to the side and explain these things to him. I understand that he doesn't want a coach, he wants to prep himself, but everybody needs help in this sport, and so does Sam Sulek. He can definitely tweak a couple of things with his posing to make himself look better, and also I think he can do a better peak week. I think he can definitely get even drier, especially in some areas, and fuller too. But I don't want to say his peak was bad. It was actually pretty good peak. He actually did get shredded in most of his body, so he looked really good on the stage, and presentation was good. Overall, guys, once again, for his first show, it was amazing, but it wasn't perfect. Like, there are things that he could have done to make himself look better, and he can make those changes in the next 2 weeks before the Arnold Classic. I hope he will. I hope he will actually do that and improve for the Arnold Classic and potentially place very well and win a pro card. I would love to see that happen. I would love to see Sam in the pro league for sure. But do I think he's going to win a pro card at the Arnold Classic? Man, I think it's possible. I think he has a pretty good shot, especially if he improved his posing with the legs, and in case his glutes are actually conditioned and he actually lifted up those trunks a little bit more to show some glute separation, that would definitely help. If he's holding water in that area, he can dehydrate a little bit more and get drier in the hamstrings and the glutes. So I think he can definitely improve for the Arnold Classic, look better, present himself better, and potentially win the show and get that pro card and become an IFBB pro. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen at his first pro qualifier, but it's not impossible. And again, if they even gifted it to him, it would make so much sense. So there's also that possibility too, guys. But hey, if you feel otherwise, you can tell me down below in the comment section. Whatever you guys happen to be thinking, tell me in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And for more content like this, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to support the channel, however, you can click on the link in the description of this video, go to the Hostile Supplements website, buy whatever you need, and use the code EVEN10 for a 10% discount. That's how you can support me and this channel. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.